Hello, people. Welcome back and thank you so much for joining. In this session, we are going to talk about the different type of sampling method. In the last session, we have understood about the sampling and population. So now what are the different ways we can do the sample from the population to avoid any sampling error? So mainly we are going to talk about the 5 type of sampling, and that covers almost all. One is the random sampling. Second is stratified sampling. Third one is the systematic sampling. Then we have the convenience sampling. And then we have the judgmental sampling. These are the 5 types of sampling I'm going to talk about. Random sampling or stratified sampling are the sampling which is based on the probability. So these are also called as a probability sampling. Even systematic sampling is also a probability sampling. But convenience sampling and judgmental sampling are the non-probability sampling. So random sampling means when each sample have equal chance of getting selected. So you have entire population. Suppose, let's say, you are trying to buy some oranges from a vendor. Vendor has the full basket of oranges, maybe 100, 200, 250, 300. And out of that, you are picking up 4 or 5 any randomly. That means random sampling. You have done the production. There is a X number of boxes are there on the floor. Any one box you are picking up and you are testing is a random sampling. Generally, news channel people will ask, or so many of the videos you must have watched on the YouTube or any other places. The people just going and talking to someone or maybe pranking someone, right? So they will go and speak anyone randomly. So when each and every sample has a random or equal chance of getting selected is the random sampling. Stratified, when you are dividing your data into the groups or the strata, that means it's a stratified sampling. Like as you wanted to do the sampling from a, let's say, from a population. So the entire population you can divide based on the gender, male or female, there are 2 strata. You may divide them based on their profession. Profession, maybe they are working the government job, they are private job, they are self-employed. You may divide based on their education. Education may be graduate or maybe postgraduate or maybe non-graduate or undergraduate. Or maybe like as an engineer, maybe simple graduate, maybe like they will say they are the science graduate or commerce graduate. So that is based on the education. So when you are dividing your entire data based on certain categories, so those categorical data will become your strata, or this is called as an stratified sampling. Systematic sampling, when you are running the continuous production. Continuous production, let's say machine is running maybe for all the 8 hours and it's a X number of product is producing. So you can decide sampling that, let's say every 80th product we will pick up. So first product you have pick up as an 1. So then second product was the 80th and third product will be the 160th. And then next product will be, let's say 240th product. Or you can decide this based on the timing, like as time, suppose every 30 minutes you will pick up the sample, every 40 minutes you will pick up the sample, every 90 minutes you will pick up the sample. So that become a systematic sampling. Convenience sampling, as the name says, as per the convenience of sampler. So as per the convenience of sampler, the person who is doing the sampling is convenience sampling. Like as you have a, suppose 10, 15, 20. Let's say you will go, and I was taking the last example of oranges. In the random sampling, when any random you are picking up. In convenience sampling, any of the orange is coming first in front of you, which is in easy to reach. As the convenience says, you will pick up that sample if it is easy to reach. You will not make effort to go and take out the oranges from the top, remove them, then you will pick up the sample from the bottom. No. As per your convenience, whichever the sample come first that you are picking up is the convenience sampling. Last one, judgmental sampling, when we already understand, we have a mindset, okay, this particular sample will not work. And purposefully we are picking up that sample. Is it judgmental? We are being judgmental about the people or the processes. Let's say example, suppose you have hired maybe 10 new people in your team, and you are the one who was the trainer for all these 10 people. They have gone through the pre-job training and now they are joined your team. Out of these 10 people, maybe you was observing that 1% of 10 was not doing well in the training period or during the training period, but somehow the person is able to make the or able to clear the exam assessment basically. So now the person is part of your team. So you will definitely being judgmental about that person when the person is on the floor, that this person was making lot of mistake or the person was not really great when he was doing, he or she was in the training period. And now you will keep an special eye on that person to monitor that the person should not make any mistake is judgmental sampling. One particular vendor, suppose supplying you regularly, and the person is always like, as you are being judgmental, that person will always keep the defective parts always in the back so that we cannot reach, and then the material will pass. So you will being a judgmental, especially picking up the sample which is kept on the back side of this. Or any more example, when you have a prejudice about a person, pupil or thing or the sample, that specifically you are being biased about the sample and picking up the sample from that population, being biased is your judgmental sampling. So these are the main sampling method, and in the next session, I will be explaining you how to calculate the sample size for continuous data as well as for the attribute data. Thank you so much, people. I'll see you in the next session.